What is up, you guys? It's your boy Daddy Goose from Crimson Black Gaming. If you guys are from Crimson Black Gaming, decided to come on over, check out my solo music reaction channel. Thank you guys so much for checking. We're gonna keep going. Thank you guys so much for checking the channel today. Or if you guys from the web, you decided to click on this kick-ass thumbnail. Thank you guys so much for checking the channel today. Or if you guys are a subscriber, part of the 2.94 thousand subscribers, thank you, thank you. Today we have Temic. That's right, Temic. Never heard of them. I don't even know if I pronounced it right. Never seen them in suggestions. Never heard of the name. I know nothing about this band. So today, it's one of those episodes where we are going in completely blind. The only thing I know about these guys is apparently they're supposed to be like Tesseract, which is a progressive metal band. And if you guys have seen me on the channel react to progressive bands, I think we've done Tesseract and Sleep Token, and then maybe a few others, but those are like the two big ones, I think. Love Sleep Token. Love, 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 love Sleep Token. Tesseract, I wasn't too sure about. Still kind of unsure about it. But that's kind of the only thing I know about this band, apparently. And it might not even sound similar because who knows. But we have a 7-minute song today, so it's a very, very long song. So we're probably only going to do one. You guys already know by the title if it's 1 or 2 songs today. But with that being said, I got nothing else to say because I know nothing. So let's get on to it. Temic, Through the Sands of Time. I feel like I've seen that title 8 million times. Very generic title. Let's go. Almost a hint of power metal, kind of. That face, I'm not gonna lie, caught me off guard. Okay, so minus the creepy subtleness in the face staring at me with a creepy smile, the voice is really good, and it reminds me of Invent Animate. Obviously, it's cleans, but that's kind of the vibe I get. I'm going to try not to pause so much because we do have a 7-minute song, but let's keep going. What is true? Okay. Okay, quick pause before they get back into the sing. I'll back it up a little bit after. I like his voice. It's actually it's quite good. It's very soothing. I like the riff. I like the amount of changes that's happening, but not drastic changes where it's like giving you a stroke because of how jarring it is. Very nice, subtle changes, but just enough to be good, like an obvious change. So that's really good. The one thing I'm not liking is I'm a big vocals guy. Now, I know you might be thinking to yourself, what are you talking about? You just said you like the guy's vocals. I do. I do like this guy's vocals. The issue I'm having is that I feel like his voice sounds like the secondary to the song. And I feel like they're really trying to promote the musical, like the instrumental part of things. And my ears are really focusing on this instrumental because it's overpowering his vocals. And his vocals, like I said, feel like a secondary. They're in the background. It's hard to like I feel like I love lyrics and I love good lyrics. And I feel like with this one, I'm really struggling to focus on what he's saying because the instruments are so loud. I don't know if you guys feel the same about that. That's just how I feel. Maybe I should just listen better. I don't know. Maybe is that the problem? I don't know. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. The instruments are kind of overpowering a little bit. Other than that, that's my only complaint so far. Very, very good. It is a 7-minute song. I typically don't like songs this loud because they get stale after a while. But so far, they're switching up a lot, which is really good. But like I said, the thing that's hurting them is I'm not hearing the lyrics as much as I would like. And I feel like if I can only focus on this riff, even though it is changing, I feel like that could get old. But so far, so good. We are not quite halfway yet, which is kind of crazy. Let's keep going. Really quick double pause, because now, after what I said, I just want to reiterate something really, really quick, and we're going to keep going. Sorry for the amount of pauses. Maybe it's not, because his vocals are obviously loud. I think it's the tone. He has such a soft voice. I think that's why it's making it sound like the secondary. It's loud and clear, but I think it's more so the tone of the softness is why it makes me feel that way. Just want to get that clear. Let's keep going. Oh, okay. I'm picturing a really epic fighting game right now. Arcadey. Okay, Temic, through the sands of time. Let this run to the end here. Okay, this one is interesting. So I mentioned Sleep Token and Tesseract at the start of the video. Because of the progression thing. I like this more than Tesseract, which is a good thing, but not quite as much Sleep Token, but I also feel like Sleep Token is just on its own league, and they're just doing their own thing, and they're just amazing. So you know, what did you expect? But they are better than Tesseract, in my opinion. Here's the thing. I just, it's very hard for me to like a 7-minute song. And like I said, there's only a couple songs that are 7 minutes that I like. And I think the main reason is, and it happened in this song too. And this is a very common thing. And I don't, maybe it's just the genre. I'm not really too sure. This one didn't really seem too progressive to me. It seemed more power metal-y to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I usually suck at my genres. But that's what I think it was. But the problem is, let's say around that 5-minute mark, they had a really pickup part in the vocals where it's supposed to be like the final push, the really epic part, you know, like fucking, you know, finish it, you know, break through those walls, big finish, you know. And the vocals did that, but then the riff didn't change. And I know a lot of you guys are in the comments are saying, what are you talking about? The riffs were changing. Just listen carefully. They changed so much. You're just not listening. I know that they're changing, okay? It probably sounded really rude. I know that the riffs are changing, but when I say the riff isn't changing, I'm not saying it's dead ass the exact same. That's not what I'm saying, because I understand that it's changing. But when I say it's not changing, I mean it's like they're taking the main riff you just heard for 7 minutes, and when that epic part is happening, they take their main riff, and then they just sprinkle in. They Salt Bay a little extra. So it's like the same riff with like a couple of extra stuff. That's what I mean. They're not like drastically changing. Like I don't feel the epicness they're going for. I hear it in the vocals and I understand what they're going for, but it's not that change of riff that's playing off of each other. Like they're not, the instrument and the vocals aren't playing off each other the way I want to. So they're just taking the same riff, and because you just heard that same riff for 7 minutes, when they only sprinkle in a little bit of differentness, overall, it doesn't seem that different to me because I just heard so much of that same riff, so I can only hear that. And like I said, I understand they added a little more to make it a little bit more epic, but it just wasn't enough. And then when you're talking about a 7-minute song, that's when it kind of stales out. Like they don't have that big punch. That's why songs like Ascensionism, I say that song a lot. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Thank you guys so much for suggesting that to me because it's amazing. That song is long, but it changes the whole time. It tells a great story. The beat changes, the vocal changes. They work off each other, and it's amazing. Another song I can kind of say, it's not the same genre, I don't feel, but Imminence the Black is also like that. It's another quite long song. I don't think it's quite 7 minutes. Maybe it is a longer song, though. But even then, it changes, and they play off each other, and it finishes with a really high note that changes in notes vocally and instrumentally. Does that make sense? I hope I didn't just talk a bunch to not get my point across. But that's kind of the flat part I feel with this genre. Other than that, though, good riffs. I wouldn't say anything crazy with the riffs. Just a very solid, good riff. Vocals, same thing. I thought it was just a very good voice, but it wasn't anything insane. And the thing with this one is, like, 7 minutes, and I don't have a part to look back on where I was like, holy shit, that part was amazing. Like, the whole song was just okay to good, in my opinion. So with that being said, I think I'm going to put this 70 flat. I don't think this deserves a 60s at all. Nothing in the 60s. So I think I'm going to give this a 70 flat. And I think for this genre, I think that's pretty high rating for me. I typically just don't do that kind of stuff in the show. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. With a 7-minute song, I think we are just going to cut to the outro and recap. Okay, Temic. I think this band, like I said, even though it's not my genre, I don't want to say it wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard, because that's not really what I'm going for. But for that genre, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard for. And I do really like his voice. And typically I don't say this about bands I'm not too sure on, but I think this band does have potential in a weird way. I don't know if I'm going to find a song I absolutely love, but I think I'm gonna find a song by these guys that I do really, really enjoy as well. There has been a couple more suggestions for this song, so I think I might come back to these guys and give them another shot. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna come back to Temic. But let me know if you guys want me to see some more Temic or listen to some more Temic. Drop your guys' suggestions down below. Let me know what you guys think about this band. It looked like they had a pretty good following, like 380,000+ subscribers. So good following. But hopefully you guys like today's episode. Hope to see you guys down in the comment section down below. And with that being said, if you guys have made this far into the outro, you know what time it is. Secret outro word of the day, which means when I say this word, you comment it down below. Just goes to show me you guys are watching all the way to the end of these outros, which I really do appreciate it. Secret outro word of the day. Let's do the word diamond. You comment the word diamond, I'll know you're a real one for watching all the way to the end. But with that being said, have a good night, everybody. Daddy Goose out.